Before you relock the bootloader of the Google Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro, because maybe you want to sell the device or return it back to Google so that it can be replaced, you will need to look into wiping everything on the device. In some cases, a factory data reset is not enough to get your phone back to 100% stock Android. This is especially true if you have installed a custom ROM or a custom kernel on your smartphone. So in today's video, I want to show you how I bring everything back to stock Android on my Google Pixel 7 Pro smartphone. This is also going to work on the base model of the Pixel 7, as well as the upcoming Pixel 7a. For this to work though, it should be obvious that the bootloader needs to be unlocked since we're going to be flashing firmware images to the device. We're going to be using the Android Flash tool in this video from the Google Factory Images website, but you could also manually flash the firmware using Fastboot if you wanted. I usually recommend people just use the Android Flash tool with Chrome since it does all of the work for us using a graphical user interface. To begin, we will need to boot the Pixel 7 into Fastboot mode. If you're not familiar with this process, I'll be linking to a dedicated tutorial that I have previously done that shows you all of these steps involved. But you could also use the command adb reboot bootloader from a PowerShell, a command line, or a terminal window as well. You just need to have USB debugging mode enabled if you choose the command method. Whichever method you choose to go with, we will need to connect the phone to the PC using a USB cable. And we are also going to be pulling up the Google Factory Images website in the Chrome browser on the desktop or a laptop, and then find the firmware that we want installed on the device. I usually recommend picking the latest firmware available, but it is up to you as to which version you want to install. So here we are at the Google Factory Images website. Make sure you are viewing the Factory Images firmware and not the full over-the-air update images. And then you're going to find your device in the list, whether that's the Pixel 7 Pro, the Pixel 7, or the soon-to-be released Pixel 7a. Then we're going to find the firmware that matches your device. So if you have the global variant, or one that was bought from the Google Store, then you want to make sure that there is not any indication saying that the firmware is for another version, such as the Verizon or the Telia carriers. When you have found the firmware that you're going to flash, we're going to be clicking the flash link right here. And this is going to bring up the Android Flash tool. So from here we are going to allow ADB access, and then we need to select the device from the list. You may be told that you need to kill an ADB server if you used an ADB command to boot the device into Fastboot mode, but in most cases this will just be available as a drop-down arrow selector. So now we're going to be choosing our options. As mentioned, we're going to be wiping the device clean and installing a fresh firmware on our device. So we're going to check the wipe device box. If you want, we can lock the bootloader from here, which will be done after the firmware has been flashed. But we're going to be skipping this in this video since not everyone will want to do that. We're also going to be selecting the Force Flash All Partitions option. And we just need to confirm that we have everything selected properly. So we have our Pixel 7 Pro in this selected device area. We are flashing the correct firmware as designated here. And when you're ready, we're going to click the blue Install button at the bottom right. This brings up the details just to confirm everything we have selected is correct. And we're going to click the Confirm button down at the bottom right again. We're going to click Accept to this license. And we're going to let the Android Flash tool begin downloading the firmware that's going to be flashed to our device. The amount of time this takes will depend on how fast your internet connection is. And once the firmware has been downloaded, it will begin the install process to our Google Pixel 7. Just be aware that we should not interact with the device unless instructed to do so by this web page, and that we do not want to unplug the device either. We are installing firmware on our phone, so if we interrupt this process, it could result in a bricked smartphone. You will see the Pixel 7 reboot multiple times during this process as we return back to stock Android. Even after it reboots into Fastboot mode and flashes some image files, it's then going to reboot into user space Fastboot, which is designated with a Fastboot D message at the top of the screen on the phone. Again, we're not interacting with the device unless you have been told to do so by the web page. We're simply letting the script run to completion. And thankfully, the Android Flash tool is doing all of that work for us. You can see the script has been breaking down very big files into lots of smaller files so they can be sent over the ADB and Fastboot connection. So we're just waiting for this to complete. I also want to remind everybody that I also run a website called PlayStoreFinder.com that goes and handpicks great Android applications and games, since navigating the Google Play Store application is a bit cumbersome. The website also offers a number of filters so that you can narrow down your search to find games that, for example, do not include any in-app purchases, or games that do not contain any advertisements. You can even go through and find games that support controllers and ones that are also included in the Google Play Store Play Pass subscription. I also run a website called PlayStoreSales.com. Both of these websites will be linked in the video description below. The latter one posts new Android application and Android games that are discounted Monday through Friday. There you can find what the previous price was listed at, what the current sale price is, and there's even some other stats there, like the lowest price a game or application has ever been discounted at. That way you can determine if the current sale is worth buying now or waiting for a lower price in the future. After a little bit of time, you should get a install complete message right here. And when that happens, the Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro will reboot one last time. From here, we can unplug that USB cable during the reboot and wait for the Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro to bring us to the Android activation screen. I've gone ahead and skipped through all of those steps so that we can be taken directly to the home screen after Android has been activated. We can see everything has been deleted and erased from our phones. And it's only now that I recommend people are safe to relock the bootloader if that's what you want to do. I'll be recording a separate video showing you how to relock the bootloader, since not everyone who returns their device back to stock is going to want to do that. And that completes the tutorial to how we can bring the Google Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro back to stock Android using the Android Flash Tool website.